You've probably noticed this yourself. In some countries, people drive small, compact cars everywhere. In others, especially places like the US, huge trucks and SUVs dominate the roads. Same basic purpose, transportation. Completely different vehicle sizes. So what's going on? It's not random, and it's not just personal preference. The size of vehicles people drive is shaped by a few key factors. One major factor is fuel prices. Next, let's consider road design. Government policies play a role too. And of course, culture. And once those systems are in place, they tend to stay that way. One of the biggest drivers of vehicle size is fuel cost. In countries where fuel is expensive, people naturally shift towards smaller, more efficient cars because every extra liter or gallon adds up fast. In much of Europe and parts of Asia, fuel prices are significantly higher than in the United States. So driving a large truck daily becomes expensive quickly. Smaller cars aren't just convenient, they're economically necessary. In contrast, when fuel is relatively cheaper, there's less pressure to stay small, and that opens the door for larger vehicles. Another factor is something people don't think about, is road design. In many older cities, especially in Europe and Asia, streets were built long before cars even existed. They're narrow, tight, and often crowded. Large vehicles simply don't fit well, so smaller cars become the practical choice. Now compare that to places designed around cars like much of North America. Wider roads, larger parking spaces, long distances between locations. That environment makes large vehicles easy to use and sometimes even more comfortable. So the road itself influences the vehicle. In some countries, vehicle size isn't just about cost or space, it's directly shaped by government policy. Japan is a clear example. There's a special category called Kei cars. These are small vehicles with strict limits on size and engine power. Why? Because they come with major benefits. Lower taxes, cheaper insurance, easier registration. So people are financially incentivized to drive smaller cars. This isn't accidental. It's designed to reduce congestion and improve efficiency. When policies reward small vehicles, people adapt to that system. Then there's culture itself to consider. In some places, vehicles are purely functional. Small, efficient, practical, that's enough. In others, vehicles also act as a signal. Size can represent power, status, and utility. In countries like the United States, larger vehicles are often associated with capability and presence, even if they're not always needed. So, beyond economics and infrastructure, there's a social layer influencing what people choose to drive. So when you look at the cars around you, you're not just looking at individual choices. You're looking at a system. Fuel costs shape what's affordable. Roads shape what's practical. Policies shape what's encouraged. Culture shapes what's desired. And once all of that aligns, a pattern forms. That's why some countries are filled with compact cars, while others are dominated by large trucks. Not because one is better, but because each system pushes people in a different direction. Tell me below what country you're in and what you drive and why.